Bit weird, but still look, is serviceable, right? You got decent push in the side lanes, but they're bringing out the Jace for Rooster. So this is what I was talking about, having this strong 1-3-1, the ability to try and force plays on that top side, and then thinking about Vitality. Because there's something about top teams that oftentimes you're just like, oh, well, they're just going to take over the game, and now that conversation started for Vitality.
That it is. Okay, everyone, we have a celebration moment. Confetti everywhere. It's the first time Shifters have taken a first Drake this split. Yes, it's only their third opportunity, but congratulations to them. Have yet to take a first Drake, have yet to take a first tower, have only been in a major lead 5.6% of the time. So that means 51.5% of the total gold in the game being on their side. They also have one of the highest combined kills a minute in their game, but they don't get many kills themselves. The True Shot Barrage goes down onto Kaza. Oh, Paddock! He just quacks all over him, flashes forward for the auto, flashing out with no minions underneath the tower. Should be fine, but Shifters are popping off.
Let's go! That was sick! Paddock! Oh wait, no, Paddock, no!
Paddock needs the auto special! Oh my god! My lord, that was incredible! He dies afterwards. The minions are paid actors. But Shifters get a double on the bot side, a 1k lead now for Paddock as Kaza TP's in and tries to chase down Trimby. Should be able to get a rocket dodged. Gatling gun was on the shield. I think
he was on the shield.
Oh no. He must have got a little bit of damage to the
going down off the back of it, which means
get the confetti ready, Rob. Get it ready.
I'm ready.
First tower for Shifters. Congratulations. When he has the backup of Fleshy. Small gold lead coming out for Naku as well in that isolated 1v1 as we see the seismic shove down onto Fleshy. Humanoid caught out as well. Shifters find another 2 from a pick in the jungle.
Pulling himself across the unraveled earth, which gave the stun, and great 2 picks. The Dragon. Lince is going to try and respond on this top side, but I think Rooster's aware of it.
Rooster's just going to back away. Oh, is he staying?
That Trimby
next wave. As you say, Trimby's on his way across, and the TP. What was a 2v1 for Vitality very quickly is going to shift into a 3v2 in favor of Shifters. The Weaver's wall out, Equalizer down, Trimby healing up. And there's the damage from the seismic shove. Rooster looking for it on Nako, don't take him out. Trimby unable to survive through the Crescent Guard. Rooster falling low as well. Wind becomes lightning. Rooster with a good knockback, but the audacious charges over the unraveled earth. A good knockback as well, as it's a double for the Rooster. And Vitality's cock may have crowed. Fleshy flashes in! It gets him! It's been a week. Okay, this is prime Vitality right now. As soon as they start losing at all, it's like, no, we gotta go for every fight we can find. Nuke does have the flash, we'll use it. Kaza flashes forward. The Seraph shield enough, the knockback. Kaza misses the missile! And he just can't find his mark. Aimbot off for Kaza as Nuke out plays in the 2v1.
The Seraph's shield came in clutch and barely a smidgen of HP left on that Talia. But it does open up then for Paddock to take the mid lane.
That's the only neutral they've got so far. Right now they're going to contest around the Rift. Ricardo has started up. Paddock is here as well with the Mana Mune already stacking up to a Mura mana. Shifters are in prime position to close this one out. Talked about their laning and how strong they've been individually in the analyst desk segment, and now they're showing they can team fight with the best of them as Vitality just walk into the gaping maw of Shifters. It's another double for Rooster. Really do. The blessing of game 1 for Vitality very quickly seeming to become a curse, and if you told me it was Shifters who would break that game 1 winning streak, I would have bitten your hand off. As Humanoid has to flash away, the inner flame coming out, True Shot Barrage as well, TP being invested from Vitality! But there's the damage, Paddock and Trimby. World is burning for Vitality, as you say. Nuke caught out a little bit here by Linces, who used Flasco, flashes away from the seismic shove. No flash for Nuke. Weaver's wall, has he dodged enough damage? The timer off it. Seems like he's just going to walk straight into the face of Kaza, who will get the shot down.
In 6 seconds. So Shifters are constantly getting this mid push. They've no real contest from Vitality, so they're looking to trade top. But Bukada's tricked them, he's here.
Equalizer coming out, trying to catch out Rooster, but it really doesn't do too much damage, more of a tickle than anything else. As the Weaver's wall is used, Valkyrie, the root comes down on the Kaza and brings him on the right side of the wall for Shifters. They'll kill off the Corki once again, and now the mid lane tower falling pretty rapidly. Shifters will be able to take their third turret of the game before Vitality have even taken down one.
Karzi's clipped by the concrete and the sense of the potential cross map, and then Nuke, because he has push over Humanoid, just transitions mid. They're constantly moving around the map, and it's making it difficult for Vitality.
Does Rooster live? Does Trimby get here in time? Flash shield would be enough. Doesn't have the flash, but does have the shield. Gets Rooster out for now. Nako in the danger zone. The healing from the Echoes. Other item after getting his Mura mana.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot, I'm going to say, for Vitality right now. I don't think we're getting to 40 minutes.
No,
this is not...
a bit of vision around the Baron. And knowing because you spent time on this side of the map, Vitality were having to answer that. As you say, double TP coming out. As Bukada's on his way across as well. Rooster looking for the knockback on Nako here. Weaver's wall. There's the seismic shove. Goes wide. Equalizer, though, won't be enough. And there she blows. Nako on the floor. So now they have to kind of accept that they're sacking minions towards the topsiders. Okay, never mind. Nako TPs like an absolute fool. Straight into the middle of a team on a wave. Bukada does fall low. Good stopwatch from Nako. He will survive for now. As Paduk says, okay, no, he won't. Just jumps in, kills him. Makes him a bitch.
Spot out that this has started. So Bukada moving his way across. Rooster very low though, and again, as he said, both those TPs burned.
It's just so slow. Like Vitality, they got it down to 12,000. Weaver's all going to come out from Nuke just to try and see if Vitality is still sticking around. In the end, Paduk can solo the Drake, and that's exactly what he's doing. So that will be Infernal Soul over to Shifters. Nuke looks for the knockback. Vitality staying around. The Emperor survives, doesn't even hit Bukada. Lynx is there for the follow-up chase, but Trimby comes in with an inspired shield. The knockback with the seismic shove. This is a 3v4 and Shifters are just winning. Their Fed carries on here. Opportunities where they can force Vitality into bad decisions. And on the opposite side of that coin, Vitality have played this game really poorly.
Yes.
Like, we're taking nothing away from where they are in this game.
Yeah, and I think partly that is from the draft, right?
Yeah.
You look at, hey, we've got a losing boss. We then end up taking the Rumble, which doesn't really fit with the composition, to then try and find that. I mean, Shifters have enough talent that they can win if given the opportunity in single matchups.
And wins like this are actually super vital. With there being no tiebreakers played at the end of the split, your game score really matters. So taking a win off someone like Vitality, even if it's just one in this series, and it's looking like it'll be more than that for Shifters, as they dive onto Humanoid and onto Fleshy. 2 quick kills again for Shifters, but even taking a single game, a single series off one of the top dogs in the league is massive when it comes to those top 6 spots that qualify you for the LEC playoffs. The tower in the top lane very quickly is going to go Timber, as Shifters will take another, their 5th of the game. Vitality have picked up a couple, but really mere morsels compared to the Gurge that Shifters have managed to get. And they've really been gurging themselves this game. Picked up all the gold, 10k ahead.
Ready to go a little higher as well as this tower. Waiting on the next minion line. Sets up. Should get an inhibitor. Push from Nuke in mid as well.
What do you do as Vitality? Who's going to engage as well is the question, right? Like, Linces can jump in, but you don't really have anyone else.
It's
Nako with an equalizer.
It's just so disgusting. Like, you've so much poke, so much control. Like, as Shifters come across, like, I don't think he can finish it. I don't think he can get away from this as Vitality.
Shifters just playing really well around their win conditions, and Vitality, there's so much poke on the side of Shifters as well. We talked about maybe a lack of damage in the first portions of the draft. Well, they made up very well for that with this Jace and Talia. The Ezreal getting so accelerated as well, already at 4 items as Linces is knocked back and immediately sent to the grave. Kazi trying to survive as the seismic shove doesn't quite clip onto Humanoid the way that Shifters would have wanted, but the first Nexus tower is going to go down. Another minion wave on its way. Shifters might be deciding to call off the fight for now. They get double inhib and 1 Nexus tower, but they are going to back away. Paduk will team up with the rest of his lineup down towards this bottom side on a wave that Nuke has already prepped for them to take down the tower. Kazi had to jump away from the arcane shift there. If that projectile had hit him from the shift, I think he would have been shifting back to the fountain pretty sharpish. Already has to go there anyway, just the top of his health bar. And Shifters without Baron buff, the push becomes a little bit harder, but there's super minions on the way in both mid and top. So in just a couple of moments, Vitality going to have to deal with it.
And again, Shifters, their siege is so strong. Paduk is hitting like a truck, and they're happy to just take the tower in front of the faces of Vitality. They can't do anything.
Yeah, what do you do against this, man? Like, the shields as well coming out from Trimby with the Dawn Core 3rd item. He is just absolutely popping off with his shields, topping everyone up whenever he needs to, healing with that Echoes of Helia. the Moonstone alongside it. Paduk again with the damage onto Nako. He's healed up a little bit. Equalizer down. Can be able to walk out of it for now. The tidal wave there for the follow-up. And we talked about the lack of engage from Vitality. And that's all they had. That's all they could do. A Sundisk down. And we'll save Fleshy from Shifters for now. But again, the Weaver's wall out from Nuke just to close the gap. Doesn't hit the seismic shove. Nako has to dash his way away with the rocket belt, but now the Nexus towers are laid bare. TP from Nako for the shield. Lynx is going in with the Crescent Guard. Trimby able to survive on the backline once again, even with the stopwatch. I think Nako's not long for the rift. Bukada will fall first. Nako falls in response. Kazi flashing away. The tower respawning in the middle of it all, but it doesn't matter. Shifters will pick up their first win of spring.
That was clean. Maybe 15 to 20 professional games of Quinn into Renekton, and I've seen the Quinn win it, I think, once. She hard wins the lane, and then every time just completely gets destroyed.
I'm going in.
Against Linces in the early stages.
And Trimby even popping the magical journey there just to make Humanoid afraid. It's like, hey, Humanoid, back away. And then when Humanoid sees him walking over the Scuttle Crab, he's like, okay, I can't stay around. But it's a couple of seconds he could have had with the minion wave that he didn't have his Rooster. Flashes in and just gets the solo kill after being
support from Vitality, moving their way across to help Nako.
Nako is very mini right now as Humanoid jumps onto Nuke. Bukada going in with that 6. Cease and desist for the follow-up. Flesh Shield for the heal. Nako down to 100 HP. Will be taken out by Bukada, who flashes forward. A magical journey there as well to get Vitality trying to punish that, saying, okay, Trimby a little bit squishier than he needs to be right now. A magical journey over the wall as Linces looks for the chase. Cyclone out. Trimby doesn't have a flash, and there's the kill for Vitality. Great punish of Trimby.
I'm shocked that actually ended up working. Trimby, I don't think he had the Cosmic Binding, so couldn't actually stop Linces from following up, and Karzi with enough DPS to finish off the Bard.
Yeah, really big there overall from Vitality. Shifters, though, are going to try and answer on this top side. Bukada's spotted out by Humanoid. Turns back onto him. A good shuriken back there from Humanoid. Dashes back in for a little bit more damage. Cease and desist available in 3 seconds' time, though, so Humanoid needs to be careful. Dashes away, uses the Twilight Shroud. Cease and desist there for the chase between worlds. Goes Nuke, flash away from Humanoid. The chase continues as Humanoid will fall, and Vitality will get a Drake.
Shifters will respond with 1 kill on the top side, but as you say, Dragon going to be the extra little cherry on top for Vitality. Still though, like this is where if your Shifters trying to play on this top side is your safe space, but a great play from Linces, getting access to bot side because I feel like Karzi and Flesh are their wing.
Nako's ultimate is down, no flash for him for a couple of seconds. Bulkbreaker just short, if that gets the knock up, I think Shifters could have chased for a little bit more out of that, but not Kazi and Fleshy because the rest of your team is so far ahead. Booster doing a really good job as Paduk steps up and Kazi chases him down, and we talked about doing something a little foolish. The flash in not enough to take him down. So close for Kazi, but Paduk survives using his flash and the barrier. Linces on the chase though, and I don't think Paduk is going to survive for much longer. Flash in from Linces for the kill. Now Trimby needs to survive, does have that Tempered Fate, has flash, has heal. Cosmic Binding hits onto Fleshy, he's tanking the tower for now. Polymorph out, Tempered Fate as well. As Trimby will try to survive, but can't survive through the second Cyclone. Kazi with the barrier, not even the barrier, but doesn't really have the luxury of stepping forward here with all of Vitality there. Nako keeping Paduk away. Paduk using the supercharge, but Nako has the wallop, has the Gnar, knocks him into the wall, and Paduk for the second time in 3 minutes is just caught out by Vitality. The problem is, if they don't immediately kill Kazi, and he gets the opportunity to step back and just open up, he's gonna rip through your front line.
And also to give Shifter the Jew, being able to pick up that Dragon, pretty big. Like I thought we'd see Vitality with a little bit more presence there, but Linces up on that top side clearing at his camps, wasn't really in a position to try and press down, and I think that does kind of come back to the presence of the top side of the map for Shifters is still causing issues for Vitality, even if you are in a good spot as Karzi.
Trimby, look at the Tempered Fate on Humanoid here, does land it. The rest of the team. Well, Linces on his way. Good Cosmic Binding for the follow-up. Humanoid has to flash away. Bukada still underneath the tower. Humanoid dashing. Season Desist is going to chase him. There's a Cyclone. Nuke tanking the tower for now. Has a magical journey to get out. As does Bukada with the TP coming in. Now Nako's going to look for the chase. Bukada flashless now, but has a Bolt Breaker. Nako trying to dash forward. Will hit him with the boomerang and find the kill. And now might even chase for more because Kazi's on his way across. Nuke and Trimby need to get out. The Cosmic Binding not finding the stun. Kazi dashing forward. Nuke trying to flash away, but Kazi cultivates him into a new sort of fertilizer. Kazi now 4-0.
Everyone on Vitality showed up to the bot lane. They get the kills, they'll match the tower. Massive swing for Vitality and off of Shifters overcommitting to a play on that bottom side.
It's an interesting one overall because it is a big swing in terms of Shifter's going to start up the Rift Herald. A play coming out from Vitality. They have most of their ultimates, no Cyclone and no Transcend oneself as Rooster goes in, immediately Polymorph has to slice away. The Rift Herald still the target here for Shifters as Trimby's going to take a magical journey out. Paddock's on the wrong side of that wall there. Nuke trying to clear out this wave. Humanoid looking for the kill. Nuke trying to dash away. Cyclone out. Second one from Linces looking for the knockup. Will find it. Nuke still dashing in the middle of it all. Humanoid tanking it and will be able to take down the tower. Vitality now with a 2K gold lead.
Nice job from Vitality, but play's not over. Linces tries to go for the camp, like it cost.
Cosmic Binding not hitting. Still the slows from the orders from Trimby. They look for the chase. Kazi trading with Paddock. Almost takes him out. The Killer Instinct has to get him out. As Linces is still getting chased down by Rooster. Kazi goes unstoppable, killing off Paddock, who I thought had escaped. And there's a shutdown for Rooster as he kills off Linces.
Linces wanted to go for the camp and just a little bit greedy. But Shifter is moving across to try and cover for that topside play. And I was about to say it was nice from Vitality, but Humanoid wants more.
Humanoid going in. Has that Shuriken. Vault Breaker out from Bukado as he looks to try and escape using the shield from the passive. Cease and desist in for a little bit more. Then Vault Breakers again. Humanoid hits another Shuriken and finds the kill and then finds Trimby. Desert, you say? Not gonna be enough as the weirding for Nuke will finally kill off the Akali.
Still, they haven't pushed the
Bukado sometimes when he hasn't had much to do is just look towards the top lane, and that seems to be what he's doing once again. Ruthless Predator in by Rooster as they look for Nucko. Go in with the Vault Breaker. Good enough from Nucko to separate the chasing pack, but Trimby's here looking for that Cosmic Binding. Finds the stun and then Shifters immediately descend and will kill off the Nar. Meanwhile in the mid lane, Paddock is just dying again! The Wild Growth knockup. Kazi taking the tower out. Trimby looking for the Tempered Fate. Doesn't land it on Kazi, but does keep the tower alive for now. Kazi having to flash away, Cease and desist there for the chasers. Kazi oversteps! You killed the enemy AD carry, man, but that was a step too far. Humanoid stunned immediately out of the TP with another Cosmic Binding. And just as we said, the mess benefited Vitality. Shifters showed us the janitors they are.
Look, Paddock is the sacrificial lamb in this one, but it's working out for Shifters. They managed to kill off Karzi. They get the dragon. Like, this never should have been the position that Shifters find themselves off of that play. But it's because of that overextension. And there's not really an ability to try and look for cross maps. Although, still keeping my eyes on top side as Trimby.
We'll get that charge in. Maybe, I mean, let it charge so you can ride it somewhere else. That seems to be the vibe. Let it charge. This one's pretty sharpish. And I don't really think Shifters have an easy way to get in. Tempered Fate out from Trimby. Humanoid's going to jump on towards him. The stun with the Cosmic Binding as well as Nuke dashing forward. Dominus out from Rooster. Cyclone in onto Bukado. Cease and desist on the backline. Bukado just dashes away. Humanoid with the stopwatch. Drake goes over to Vitality. Magical Journey out by Shifters. They have already lost their jungler. Nucko still on the chase, building up that Mega Gnar bar once again. Goes hype between worlds, goes Nuke. Humanoid looking for the chase. Nuke goes back! They forgot to press R a second time and dashes back into the waiting arms of Vitality. Make it 3 from the play for the bees that buzz around. And Vitality will take the Baron off it as well. Paddock.
He has to die. That's the only way.
No.
Oh, he lives this time.
He barriers out and then escapes.
Still though, it's Vitality. They get the dragon, the fight, the Baron. It was a kind of a concoction of unfortunate events there for Shifters where they just couldn't quite get there. Completely fine as Vitality. Have Nucko on the side.
TP behind Nucko here, who doesn't really have the Mega Gnars, trying to flash away. Vault Breaker in for Bukado as they go for the chase. Redemption down as Shifters are the ones forced low with the TP behind them now. Try and take the Magical Journey out. Nuke's going to have to try and dash away, but Linces already puts him in the dirt. Humanoid here behind enemy lines now with the Temper Fate coming out as well. Kazi begins to open up. It's a double for Humanoid. Steps forward, make it a triple, looking for the quad as Bukado goes in with a cease and desist, but Humanoid is not listening to any of your legal mumbo-jumbo. He picks up the quadra and will step forward to even out the series 1-on-1.
Humanoid couldn't let Karzi have all the glory in this one. The quadra kill for the Akali and the game for Vitality.
Yeah, pretty clean from Vitality after they got Kazi ahead. The top side was a bit of a mess in the early game, but when they started playing around their AD carry, they were able to close it out pretty quickly. Sub 30 minutes for Vitality and Oddity, but a welcome one to be sure. 1-on-1 as we go to game 3.
Here with the Zehen.
Well, we can still flex it.
Yeah, do they then just put the Zehen jungle, put the Ambessa top?
Who knows?
I think it's Zehen top. I think it's a good matchup into the Camille because you can run her down. Would be my presumption.
Okay, yeah.
So definitely for Nucko, it's trying to get those grasp procs for Rooster. has the grasp as well, but still just kind of elongating them a bit.
Well, Scuttle spawning on the top side means Bukada was not there in time. Lince's now level 6 on this Aatrox. Hexagon made him going to come out from Nako, trying to catch out Rooster, who does have the Grim Deliverance and might use it. Needs to get that Cultivation of War passive up. Now has the GA. Meanwhile, on the bot side, hooks landing from Fleshy. Rooster trying to dash away as Humanoid comes in with that hero's entrance. Shift is able to survive through the bottom side. There's the resurrection into the taunt onto Rooster. Dreaded return will pull back Linces, but no chase from the rest of Shifters means that Vitality
Plays some ropes and tries to jump on him.
Man, the amount of times the designers have to defend some of their decisions, and
Yeah.
rightly so at times. Like, everyone should be held account for the decisions.
Exactly
that
what Fleshy was hoping for there, but a decent amount of damage, and especially because he couldn't end up proccing that aftershock. He's very squishy whenever he goes for those trades, so nice job by Shifters. Vince is going to take Void Grubs on this top side. So
He just gets one of them.
Oh, one of them, but objective.
After 10 years, it still finds ways to surprise me. There's Naka, maybe looking to surprise Rooster here. Goes in with the Hexagon Mason. They have a hero's entrance, and there's a Venn diagram that you do not want to see if you're Shifters. Wild Ender coming in from Linces as well. So make sure they clean up the kill. 3 ultimates up towards the top side, and it's Shifters who might be making a play. Trimby looking for Naka, goes in, Pop Blossom flashed away, Trimby there with a flash chase, public execution there for the follow-up, Dread return, gonna pull him back, Naka tries to get out, but a good dash forward from Bukada to catch him on his way. Bukada takes him out as Shifters find they're gonna get hit by the hook. You're gonna get hit by the hook, you might as well use a rebuttal, because at least then you CC Fleshy for a second. Humanoid moving down from the mid lane as Nuke's gonna try and chase him out. Bukada trying to get in there, Smite goes over to Linces. Vitality though, not in the best of shapes to fight. Paduk forced away by Kazi. They begin to collapse onto Humanoid. Good taunt from him into the root though. Flash into the hook as Bukada's caught out. There's the Pop Blossom. Kazi flashes it, but Paduk gets the kill. Bukada needs to get away from Humanoid as Humanoid tries to bring it down with Winds of War. Will manage to do so. There's the hero's entrance as well as they dive onto Paduk, and Vitality pins the movement onto Shifters to pick up 3 kills from the play and are looking to make it 4. Nuke doesn't really have anywhere to go here. Trying to split the difference to get out. TP, Humanoid, Justice Punch, Taunt instead. Gets him there in time. The punch may have connected on terrain the day. Vitality able to get the Rift Held as Linces leading the charge for them in this game. 3-0 to 1,000 gold ahead.
Plays, I believe, towards his bottom side. Like, try and lock up Karzi, try and find some much needed gold in. But top lane.
Yeah, this is the problem, right? It's a bunch of circles, and yours aren't quite as big as your opponents. Rooster trying to flash away. Does have that Cultivation of War passive, so will manage to escape the double ults from Naka and Humanoid. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Bukada diving in with the public execution to kill off Kazi. Needs to get out of here. He's on a bouncy castle right now as the chase continues. Linces with a World Ender, and Fleshy with a Rift Held charges forward. They went for the clone. Trimby manages to get away. Fleshy will tank the tower for a shot, but won't get taken out by it.
Still, they get the charge from the Rift Herald onto the mid lane. They get the kills. We're going to be happy, at least for Shifters, to get something back on mid, because this continues now to be an issue.
Good lane assignments after that play in the mid lane. Will take the top lane tower because of Naka and the bot lane tower, and got the charge on mid. The gold lead extends to 4K, 18.5 minutes. And if you're Shifters, you're really wondering where it all went wrong. You've got a Ludens and a Blackfire Torch, a Spear of Sojourn on Bukada, Rooster. I mean, he's not at 2 items yet, and he's staring down the face of a Ravenous Hydra Triforce. Is not going to be the easiest road at all for Shifters.
Nuke and Paddock. Oh, Karzi.
That was a public execution from Bukada, hidden under the terrain. Kazi with a good flash away from it as Fleshy goes onto the enemy jungler. There's the taunt out, and down goes Bukada.
Great play from Vitality, covering on that mid lane.
Vitality will get their 3rd Drake entirely uncontested by Shifters. And basically for free. I don't often like using that word when it comes to objective swaps, as we see Paduk getting hooked and just deleted under the tower. Fleshy takes a tower shot. I mean, Vitality got the Drake for more than free. They got a discount on it as they get a kill alongside it. They heal out from Fleshy to make sure Naka gets out. Fleshy able to walk out. Naka going back in with a tactical sweep. Another hook from Fleshy. He's been on point. A Pop Blossom going out, but he's exchanges life 1 for 1. Make it 2 as Kazi picks up a double. A 3rd goes down to Humanoid. And Shifters all dived in and were shifted very, very quickly into their coffins.
Yeah, Humanoid got the stall points on that kill with the amazing play from downtown to finish it off.
He showed us he can't shoot hoops yesterday, but he can definitely dunk.
I know Baron. Going to be the slam dunk, it feels like, off the back of this. It's just Like, this is why every time I see Camille and Galio, it just is so
you got to
good.
flash the wall if you're going for it, man. It's 2,500 on it, but you got to go in. Looking to try and get the steal off. Lince has already got the smite. Product now just getting caught out by Humanoid. He tried to help his jungler, but wasn't able to do so. Double Solar Snare does come out. TPs from Shifters as well as they look to try and find something out of the play. I just think there's nothing doing. Flashy able to walk away. Gravity well down. Can Dredgeline out of that. Misses the Dredgeline, then has to flash, but still a summoner burn in exchange for the Baron in totality.
Karzi TPing back in to help with the wave clear and put a little bit more pressure.
The cake that are already been baked by
I'm
the
watching
rest of the
Trimby right
team.
now. Hand on the neck.
Here for Vitality. And it feels like no matter what, someone has to put up their hand and be the sacrifice of the Hunger Games to be like, I will die, so maybe the rest can live. But I just don't know if that is, as you say, the case.
A couple of pings did come out saying, oh, there might be someone here. Spotted on that far side automation. Jumps in, flash immediately from Nuke as Linces comes in from the other side. The flank working well so far for Vitality. Linces, though, stunned up. Shifters trying to turn it around. Good double knockup into the public execution. Humanoid gets a kill, but Shifters are winning the fight. Now Knuckle having to dash away. Now Roosters on Kazi. Humanoid trying to add to the bouncer, but Shifters have found a fight. They were going to realize Knuckle's here. Good blast going to get out of the hookshot wall dive. Drake secured, put up, trying to put the damage into Knuckle, but he still has that health shield from the TP. Poke from Kazi, piercing arrow. Nuke is low, Paduk is too. Rooster and Bukada need to do a lot of work because they're the ones with the health bars available to them. Knuckle dives in, a tactical sweep, sweeps away both Paduk and Nuke, and now Rooster and Bukada need to run. Trimby on his way with the Shape Splitter to try and distract Vitality, but they're not distracted at all. The Chain of Corruption chains Rooster to the dirt as Vitality clean up the fight and might just look for the win here with 30 seconds on most of the carries for Shifters.
The Dragon was there for Shifters, but Vitality looking to crack the base instead. It is absolute dire straits for Shifters in this one. It's like they nearly got away with it. Vitality couldn't get the combo they were looking for, but Shifters fall afterwards.
And that's the problem for Shifters. You are so far behind. Right? It was a big play. Getting the Dragon was vital, important. Maybe there's an argument, just sack someone. Just give up Bukada for that and then go, because we're still 10k in the hole. We're still in a really difficult situation. Hook out from Fleshy. Looking for the depth charge under Bukada, and down goes Trimby again. The Baron. And I think with Bukada doing the Krugs, maybe Shifters have realized they can't really contest right now. Might be a little bit overeager to go for it. So instead they're going to try and defend their tier 2 for a couple of moments before that goes down. Rooster looking to see perhaps if Knuckle oversteps. A 2-level lead now for Knuckle on that Camille. Knuckle has defenses. Rooster dashes forward with the Aureate Rush. Tries to get the Dread return, but can't find the connection onto Knuckle. Vitality using Humanoid in the mid lane. Nuke is pushing through bot, trying to get a bounty for his team. And because of that, Shifters will have to just give up on this tier 2 on the top side. Nuke now recalling. Humanoid has the wave crash to the Nexus towers. Double Super's there. Vitality continue to push in through top.
There's very little that Shifters can do. Now trying to fall back, but the damage from Vitality will quickly strip away this turret plating.
Trimby's a minion.
Another wave being pushed in mid. Shifters are split.
I think Vitality know Trimby's that minion because they don't often dodge skill shots that well. Usually it's the Scuttle Crabs you find channeling their inner faker to dodge through the skill shots as Lince has pulled back a little bit, but not too much damage on him. This will be the third in here for Vitalities. They have another 2 minutes still on this Baron buff. Flash from Fleshy into the depth charge. Nuke underneath the tower. You can dive as deep as you want because you've got a Guardian Angel and a Seeker's Arm Guard to help delay for the enemy team. Super's pushing in 2 lanes right now. The third still a little bit away, but those Nexus towers are falling low. Paduk half health from a precision protocol. Trimby having to flash away. Public execution going down as well as the first Nexus tower will fall. Good taunt from Humanoid, finds him another, and Knuckle still alive. He's on the damn fountain. The Guardian Angel's going to bring him back. And Vitality will walk out all 5 alive and take the series 2-1.